Long before Dracula stalked the pages of Victorian literature, vampires haunted the dreams and whispered tales of people across the globe. These weren't the seductive, well-dressed aristocrats we know today. They were bloated, ruddy-faced corpses that villagers found in graves, looking suspiciously well-preserved. The oldest vampire stories aren't really stories at all. They're desperate attempts to explain why people got sick, why crops failed, and why death seemed to spread through communities like a contagion. In ancient Mesopotamia, they feared the Ekimu, spirits of the unburied dead who brought disease. The ancient Greeks told tales of the Empusa, a shape-shifting seductress who fed on young men. But it was in Eastern Europe where the vampire truly came into its own. Medieval Slavic peoples developed the richest vampire lore we know. They believed a person could become a vampire after death for all sorts of reasons. Being born with teeth, dying by suicide, practicing witchcraft, or even having a cat jump over their corpse. These vampires were thought to be the reason behind everything from cattle dying to milk turning sour. The cures were gruesome stakes through the heart, decapitation, and burning of suspicious corpses were common practices. The modern vampire emerged in the 18th century, during what historians call the vampire epidemic. Ancient beliefs laid the groundwork for enduring vampire lore. As centuries passed, the image of the vampire evolved. Emerging from folklore, they found new life in literature and art. The Romantic movement embraced the vampire myth. John Polidori's The Vampire introduced the Byronic vampire. Bram Stoker's Dracula cemented the vampire's place in culture. Count Dracula became the archetype of the modern vampire. Today, the vampire continues to captivate our collective imagination. From the glittering vampires of Stephenie Meyer's Twilight Saga to the darkly seductive creatures of HBO's True Blood, these creatures have lost none of their allure. In fact, they have become increasingly complex and multifaceted, reflecting our own evolving anxieties and desires. Modern vampire stories often explore themes of alienation, immortality, and the search for identity in a rapidly changing world. They grapple with questions of morality, blurring the lines between good and evil, predator and prey. The vampire, once a symbol of pure terror, has become a canvas onto which we project our own hopes, fears, and fascination with the unknown. As we move further into the 21st century, it is certain that the vampire will continue to evolve, adapting to our ever-changing cultural landscape. These creatures born of darkness and legend have proven themselves to be remarkably resilient. Their stories as timeless as the human fascination with the mysteries that lie beyond the veil of the known.